Can someone explain to me why there are kitties on the table? There are cats on the table. Yeah. Torpedo Ted and Fish. Lovely start to the level. Oh well, at least it's no Kaizo ambush. And that's a good thing. This, on the other hand, is not a good thing. You can already see the gimmick for the level, is that there's going to be throw blocks and urchins. Also, there's 2 exits to this level. Ah, yes. Now, I'm pretty sure that at least some of these Torpedo Ted looking blocks are fake. Yep, like this one. There's the keyhole. There's the key. I bet you if we no, they're all on the same layer, actually. I was thinking some of the false ones would be on layer 2, but guess not. Meow. That takes us up here. Moving cave. See, I already got that coin. Fish! Has anybody ever wondered why Mario gets hurt by enemies that touch him? I mean, like, for some enemies it makes sense, like the urchins. I mean, they're covered in pointy bits. They'd hurt to touch. But for other enemies like Koopa Troopas and Goombas and fish, it doesn't make sense. How do these things hurt you just by touching you? The same could be said of Kirby and Waddle Dees. How does running into a Waddle Dee hurt? It's even weirder in some of the Kirby games where, like, Kirby, like, takes a fixed amount of damage from everything. Like, some of the other, like, Kirby's Adventure or whatever. He has 6 hits. Regardless of what hits him, it all does 1 damage. He could get chewed on by a giant flaming lion for 5 seconds, or he could get bumped into by a Waddle Dee. These things both hurt the same amount. How is this? It doesn't make any sense. Trying to inject logic into fantastical game worlds. Ridiculous of me. Also, this level seems kind of like it was built from Forest of Illusion 2. I'm seeing lots of similarities. Like that whole little section there with the Rip Band fish, and that segment near the beginning with the few urchins and the passageway and the triangle of fish. That one, yeah. These all seem like they came straight out of Forest of Illusion 2. Boop. 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 I probably missed some coins, but whatever. Yeah, I'm not too interested in the coins anymore. 2 exits, Lotus Volcano. Hey, new music. And of course we've got volcano lotuses. Well, if this isn't the secret exit, I'm certainly skipping a large portion of the level. But it's the secret exit. Well. Ghost Cave. Wee. That's kind of an awkward position of enemies. Doop. Missed the jump. Sweet. Up. Boss blocks? Yep. Pop. Boop. Oh, you can kill them like that, but not without taking damage. So, not worth. Gas bubbles! Uh-oh. This looks dangerous. Fortunately, I have... the Cape Feather. I was going to say the Cape Feather. Assuming we needed to do that. What's all this wee stuff? I'm doing all the hard work. You know what? I really don't feel like exploring every single pipe, but I'm going to have to. Fortunately, I found the right one pretty quickly. Levels made entirely of pipes make me nervous. Because you never know which pipe is going to be the right one to find the thing. Boop. I recall there's one level that's really in this hack that's very guilty of crimes with pipe mazes. It's basically take this level except make it 10 times worse. Because it just it actually has 2 different rooms in it, but the rooms look almost identical. I hate it when hacks do that. To be fair, the original game did it too with the Donut Ghost House, but the rooms were really small, and it wasn't that difficult to navigate between the 2 of them. At least I'm pretty sure that there were 2 different rooms that looked almost exactly the same, but they were so small and the level itself was so short that it wasn't a problem. Bonsai Beach. Deal with that later. But yeah, if you're not careful when you're designing levels like that, and you make levels that have similar looking rooms without ways to differentiate them, you can easily create something criminal, so you have to be very careful about it. I might end up playing a hack that is, at some point, that has a really egregious example of this. It has a maze. There's a ghost house near the end of the game that has a maze of rooms. There's like 12 different rooms, and they all look exactly identical. There's literally no way to tell them apart. And it's nothing but a door maze through 12 identical looking rooms. Like, how did you think this was fun for, like, even a second? It's like, oh, I designed the maze. I know exactly which doors to take. Yeah, you do. You're also a jerkwad for designing the maze in the first place. To be fair, I did a similar sort of thing in that RPG I just made. That RPG I made 10 years ago that I recently played through, but ow, stupid ninjas. But at least in that one, the rooms, you know, you could tell them apart based on the text. Also, once you figured out the right way to get through them, you really didn't have to navigate through most of the rooms. And there was also hints inside to, you know, help you figure out which ones were right and figure out where some of the secrets were. It's still not well designed, but it's better at least. Not worth it. I'm not giving up a cape. I don't have to give up a cape feather. Come to Papa! Ha 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 ha! So delicious. No. No, no, get out of the way. Thank you. Spikes. Watch out for those pointy bits. Flip. I missed a coin. Da 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 da. I really don't care because I'm lame. Yay. Doing pop. Moving cave. Squished. Jumping over pits, all of lava that will melt my flesh. And just like everything else in the game, the cape makes this easier because then you can do little floaty jumps to buy you extra time. Don't choose the bottom path, or you will choose poorly. This is a very slow-paced level. Also, no enemies, because you can't really put enemies in this environment. I mean, unless you want them to get scrolled into the walls and then go zipping off the top of the screen. Not much commentary to say here. This look. Oh, hello. Some enemies. Just when I was thinking there wouldn't be any. Then it was brought to my realization that, oh yes, bullet bills don't interact with terrain. They work just fine here. Yep, I have to bounce off a bullet bill to get into the pipe. Also, that Koopa jumped into the shell, and then the shell was kicked. So the Koopa was deleted. Squished. I like charging chucks. Funny guys. You thought you were getting to the castle? Nope. Koopa Cake.